I'm Charlie from Short Block Charlie Pro One Racing. I'm going to be presenting some instructional videos and also some seminars are going to be coming up in the near future on porting cylinder heads. We're going to be giving the seminars on metric heads, and we're also going to be doing them on Harley Davidsons. I'm going to have some 8-hour seminars. We travel around the country giving these seminars, and also we'll have a 1-week course where you can bring your Harley heads in and you'll port your own cylinder heads. What I want to discuss today is porting tools and some of the things that you should think about if you decide that you want to get into this world of porting cylinder heads. As you can see, I've got all my porting tools sitting here. One of my favorite tools that I use for roughing out ports is what I call my gouger. It's a rough burr, and it moves a lot of metal real quick. We have many different sized burrs that we use. We also have what I would call as our straight cut burr. This does a nice finish after the rough burr that I just used to move a lot of material. They come in many different sizes. There's a smaller burr that we use. In one of my earlier videos, I told people that when you port a head that you can use the back side of the burr if you need to get around the tight radius. The late Joe Mondello came up with a reverse burr. These things are the greatest thing in the world for cutting a cylinder head. As you can see, you can go over on the side of on the tight radius and cut, and these things work beautifully for cutting cylinder heads. On sanding rolls, we have various types of sanding rolls. We've got these paddle type wheels for smoothing the ports out, making them smooth. We have different sizes of them, you know, like on the metric heads that you would use. And then the most important thing is taking you got to have light. As you can see here, I got a lot of light here. I got a Harley 110 head here. You've got to have these things secured so when you're porting, so we can move this in any position that you need to hold the head securely when you go to port the cylinder head. This here is a compression release. If some of you wonder what that's about, it's electric compression release. This is a temp sensor. And that this head hasn't been touched yet, but this is how you would hold a head. Now let's go over here. This is probably one of the most important things, is you've got to check after you put your burr in your porting tool in your handpiece. Make sure you get yourself up a set of V-blocks and verify the run out of the burr. The things that can cause run out is, one is if the shaft's bent. If the shaft's bent, just take your burr and put it in a lathe and put a dial indicator like I have here and check the run out, and then tap it so it's straight. The other thing, the cullets on these can wear out, so this is real important. If you've got a burr moving around, you're not going to get a very good port job, so make sure that you do that. The other two things is you've got to lubricate that burr when you're working with it. I use Bow Lube. This is a blue paste that we use for the burrs for cutting and removing metal. You're going to be amazed how well this works. You can buy this from MCS in different places, or just Google Bow Lube and you'll find a distributor wherever you're maybe located at. On the sanding rolls, I use this paste like this. If you put this on your sanding rolls, these things will last forever. And I want to warn you guys with both of these things is with this paste, you're going to remove a lot of metal quick, so be real careful. The other thing you want to have is different size snap gauges, so you can snap gauge the port to see where you're moving. We have different size snap gauges, and also you can use a digital caliper to check things. This will tell you help you, especially on the metric heads. When you've got the four valve head, you can match each tunnel by the charge point. And of course, you have layout dicum to get the diameters and patterns that you're trying to do. And you just, the biggest thing, use slow speeds, take your time, measure. If you have a flow bench, if you're fortunate enough to have a flow bench, check everything, and you should be quite successful according to cylinder head. But like I said, this is the most important thing, is have no run out in your parts. That's it.